As you approach the capital city, large crowds amass near the outside of the city. It seems to be some type of festival or tournament.
It's a giant reindeer.
Occurring outside the city gates. The aromas of spiced ale and roasted goats surround the party as you come closer to the eastern gate of the city. Jesters balancing on tight ropes. Jugglers on top of barrels juggling hand axes. A mystical man walks past you with cards and stones levitating and circling his body, and flame breathers are breathing flames, entertaining people around them. Sort of, your guys are all caught up in this sort of fair that's going on. Yeah, carnival! It sort of litters this area outside the city wall as you're on approach to the city. As you make way going to the city itself, trying to get to the gate, you see this giant bear in a red vest. And it sort of like walks in between the party, and the party sort of goes around it as it just comes through. And the trainer yells out, "Make way for Mojo the Magnificent!"
Oh my god, is that Malachi's brother?
Can you guys roll a
I'm gonna do non-lethal damage on Bren.
He's off.
I'm gonna attack him.
Go ahead.
Can you roll
what?
Can you guys all roll a knowledge local?
Bren, I think that's a hit, dude.
Lethal or non?
Non-lethal.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
You see Malachi as you're saying that, and he halts his big bison, and he sort of pulls on the chain. He has like a chain. It's not like a leather bar or anything like that. He has a chain. He pulls back on it, and you see the mount slowly go backwards. And he looks at Bryn and just puts out a hand out real quick. And you're sort of not expecting it, I presume.
Yeah. No.
And you have 11 points of non-lethal damage. Unless you're trying to, Malachi, were you trying to hold it, or you just want to do the full 11? Up to you.
I'll hold it. It's more for intimidation, so I'll do my intimidation.
I don't intimidate very easily.
He gives you a smack, and you see this like little bruised red, his hand is like can wrap around your entire skull. Like that's how big his hand is.
Yeah, so basically I hold him in the head like this, like, say that again.
Basically, he flicked you. He flicked you. And you have this little welt on your head.
Oh, not hurt!
Pretty much. Lodge local, guys. I only see Malachi right now.
I don't have a knowledge local.
I have no knowledge local either.
Nature, geography?
Flynn takes this one. Flynn's very knowledgeable in all this. He's like, it's the annual festival. It's the autumn festival seems to be at hand. So he sort of tells you guys it's like a yearly festival that happens. Do you guys want to stop or continue? Do you want to like take some time and look at some of the food, see some of the sights?
Eat some food and then go.
Some food would be nice.
What do you think? Eat some food and go.
I haven't had common food in quite some time.
Yes.
And get some. I'm gonna get a turkey leg.
Yeah.
Yep. So if someone wants to,
no more troll legs.
I'll take some goat, thank you.
Okay.
Goat.
Dude, we're traveling. You can't drink stew.
Malachi, or sorry, Nahum, can you describe what food you envision here, what you'd be eating at this time?
Pork chop on a stick.
Cool deal. I actually got that last time I was at the OC fair. It is heavy plate, and he has this little twig, and on it is this huge honking pork chop. And he's sitting there, eating away. You drinking some mead with that, washing it down, or you're just a holy man and not really into that?
Water. Oh no, beer.
And you guys are sort of like separating for now, going to individual stalls, buying your food, and sort of amassing back. And you see all sorts of oddities. You see like turkey legs, pork chop. You see actually like half a pig, suckling pig. And there's food all over the place. And each one of you has found something desirable. As you walk through the entertainment quarter, you see more of the merchant area now as you're going through closer to the city wall. You see tents and booths line up the pathway as merchants are trying to peddle their wares. You see some examples of foreign spices, perfumes, handcrafted works, silk tapestries, bolts of linen, along with like a plethora of dyes, purple, orange, magenta, all sorts of hues.
Are we supposed to look for key?
That is probably in the city. This is on the outside of the city.
Okay.
A girl standing along the side is just like this 5-year-old. You see her and she's like in these sort of like rag clothing. She has this dirty doll and it's to her side and she's sitting there crying. and you guys are just watching. You know, you guys are passing by. She's just crying there, just eyes sobbing as you guys walk on by.
We're not taking her home.
I'm gonna hold and look down at her.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out what's going on with her.
She's just crying. You hear her crying. She's like, "My mommy," and she's just like sobbing because she can't seem to find her mother.
Pretty one. Yeah. Come here, little one. As I get down off the mount.
She sees you come down and she's still crying, and she sort of like shudders back a little bit from you.
What's
And
wrong? Little
There's
one?
people going around you guys, sort of avoiding even gazing. They're just walking on their way, talking, drinking, and eating. So they're not really paying attention or walking away and ignoring the situation. And the girl is like,
No one's acknowledging her.
they're just ignoring her for the most part.
That's pretty typical of any festival.
Well, we're in. Okay.
Is she an illusion?
Yeah, no, well, because remember what happened last.
No, the
That's
last
what-
time they acknowledged her.
Okay, all right.
Well, come here, little one. I can help you find your mommy.
And she's like looking at you. She's like, "How can you help? I don't even know where I am." So she's sort of like crying like that, sobbing.
And then I asked her, "What's the last thing you remember, honey?"
We were getting some apples, and like these candy type apples. And like I sort of saw a candy pit. And I started walking to it. Next thing I know, I turn around and my mommy's not there.
And in what direction was that, little one?
She's like, I don't know. She's like, because she took so many turns and like was looking all around trying to find the original spot. She just totally got lost.
Come here. Come on. Yeah, take my hand. We'll see if we can find your mommy.
Okay.
The first thing I'd start to do is I start to look around for candy nuts. Well, I'll take my horse in my right hand. I'll have her in my left, and we'll say, "Well, come on, let's go. Let's go see where we can find your mommy."
You head back to where you think the candy booth, like the booths are, the food booths.
Yes.
You hear a voice in the distance, and you hear a Sasha crying out, and you see her ears sort of peek up, and she's sort of like looking towards that voice, trying to figure out where it's coming from. But since she's so short and everyone's tall around her, she can't really see that much.
Oh, Malachi.
I love
Hoist her
Ryan.
up.
Chuck Sharpin.
You're
Oh,
actually,
you
Hoist her up. Hoist her up.
Let's go like this. Okay.
do I even spot that she hears the sound?
She heard the voice, and she sort of perks up when she hears like Sasha. So either her name is Sasha or something.
Little one, is your name Sasha?
It's like, yeah.
Well, come on. Let me carry you. Come on. I'm gonna put you on my mount and see if you can spot your mom from there.
This strength check.
So I pick her up and I put her on the bridle of my horse, and then I'm gonna try to figure out where the mother's sound is coming from.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
So you see this this woman in a blue gown, like sort of like an outdoor gown, and with a rope tied around her side, sort of like the typical fashion of the area. She sees her daughter being, I guess, propped up higher than normal, and she starts going through the crowd, Sasha, and she's all running there. And she gets to her and she spanks the child right on the butt.
What the heck?
And she grabs her by the hand and she pulls her down. She's like, I told you not to leave me. And she's sort of like disciplining and schooling her child. She was worried sick, whatnot. The woman doesn't even acknowledge you. She just grabs her and says, come with me. And they keep on going through the crowd.
Thanks, lady. All right, let's go. We gotta go.
All right, mother. We kind of help you find your little daughter there.
You're welcome, lady.
So
And I check my person to make sure I still have my purse.
you guys would most likely put your purse a lot closer to yourself because you're going through a lot of crowds right now.
Yes.
And high tide season for pickpocketers and whatnot, to unscrupulous men to come through. You see Flynn, and he's sort of like keeping his eye out since he's used to pickpocketers and even doing pickpocketing himself. He's sort of like keeping his eye out to make sure that no one's taking advantage of the party. So he's sort of more in the rear of the group. So walking on the King's Road towards the main gate, there are fewer and fewer booths, and one last stretch of open grass field lies before you in the main gate. A large crowd converges, and they move from one side to another. They seem to be going from exhibit to exhibit, and it seems to be that the axe throwing contest has just concluded, and the crowd seems to be settling down on an adjacent field that you see these large loss of hay, maybe 40 feet down, 50 feet down range. And it seems to be that they're getting ready for an archery contest.
Flynn.
You see a few contestants that are already taking practice shots into bales of hay maybe 50 feet away. They seem to be warming up. A human wearing a comical top hat of red and white stripes announces that an archery contest will be starting in 5 minutes. The crowd starts settling down, sitting on the grass, eating and drinking to some of the carnival's finest foods.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go, guys.
Okay, so getting to the gate, and it seems to be pretty dark. You guys are going through, and the torchlights are all lit around the city. You guys are just able to see the insides of the city from the city wall. There are patrolmen stationed and guarding the main entrance. Red seems to be the current trend in the holy city. There are red on everything. You see tapestry, banners, sigils, and signs. All of them have like bright red on them. The stone wall surrounding the city has a red banner flowing on it in the wind with the royal symbol of a tiger pouncing sort of embroidered on it. The capital city's most notable feature is the Holy Citadel, a large majestic tower overlooking the surrounding city in an ominous sort of protecting way. The city itself is impressive. This is like the largest city in this world. The eastern gate is open, allowing travelers to flock into the city, which seems to be unusually busy today. There are merchants, carts, farmers, and travelers of all seem to be flowing in and out into the city. The lofty stone towers with red shingle spires, they sort of like litter the city. You see these spires and banners all over the place. Welcome to the capital city.
I say it's time we find either a tavern or an inn. Hey.
It is getting close to night. It's dusk right now. You guys are entering the city right as dark falls. Duncan agrees with you guys. The Citadel itself is not open once a certain time, and that time sort of expired. It's like they don't open up to visitors past a certain time. He's sort of like, Callan was the one that had all these logistics. I don't even know where to stay. Duncan doesn't know exactly where to go because Callan was the one that sort of organized all the logistics of the trip. And once Callan passed away,
he doesn't have any notes or anything like that.
He didn't have any notes, so either he left it in Tordurdum or it was in his head.
It was more likely in his head. I say we find the nearest tavern, then see if we can contact or talk to the innkeeper and see what the best inn is for the local city.
You guys wander around the city sort of aimlessly. You go to a few of the inns, and a lot of them are either overbooked or there's no vacancy because there's this huge festival happening and people from all the countryside have come in. So you're sort of hopping from inn to inn, asking, okay, if you're full, where's the next one? And you guys are trying to find an inn for you guys to stay at. It's getting a little late at night, a little bit past dinner time. Your stomachs are starting to rumble from being hungry.
Anyone have knowledge local so we can find out what the most expensive inn is?
Well, actually, Bryn, you're sort of familiar with this capital. This is a place that you've been to. This is a few times. Your magic school was not in this area, but it was like in another city, but you're sort of knowledgeable.
Okay, I did my check.
What are you trying to ascertain from this?
A good expensive inn.
Okay.
Expensive inn.
I look for a good average costing inn.
You can get average.
That's okay. I'm the one finding the place, so...
Obviously where it's at.
So Bryn is sort of taking guys along, and he's trying to find some of these really nicer, up-crust, noble style area. You see that the area is a lot cleaner than some of the other zones that you've been in, that you're sort of going through. There's no puddles on the floor. The cobblestones are all nicely kept. The buildings are in a nice array and sort of in a logistical pattern, not in a sprawled mess like some of the other common quarters. However, all the inns that you see in the noble area quarters is all full. You've gone from maybe 4 or 5 of them, and none of them have vacancies. It seems to be all overbooked.
Looks like we're camping.
Find anything?
You guys could go to the common quarters and see if there's something available, but the nobles area seems to be pretty full.
I'm okay. Yeah. I don't care about the noble area.
Let's go to the common area.
Okay, so you guys are going towards the more lesser, shadier areas. A stark difference from the area that you're in. There's sort of like food that was tossed, garbage being piled on the side of the streets. You see more of people that are clothed in more tans and more dirt-stained clothes. Within the sprawls of this great city, as you guys are going around, you see a small crowd gather outside of an establishment. You hear the roar of the crowd crescendo into excitement, and then all of a sudden it stops. And a few moments later, you hear a huge cheer, and you're able to grab a quick glance into this tavern, and you see a small humanoid standing victorious over a fallen foe. A subset of the crowd rush in and sort of conform into a particular area and form a line at the back of the establishment, giving you a better view of the tavern.
Miles might want to step aside here.
Why?
Because he's gonna get pissed off.
From your vantage point outside the tavern, the main focus of this tavern is a large dirt pit constructed into the middle of this establishment.
Like I said, Miles, just walk away.
A mid-sized wooden fence, just high enough for maybe a child to go over, surrounds most of this sort of pit area in a perfect circle.
Look, Malachi, that's him, isn't it?
And in the center,
you know Andy's daring you right now, right? You know he's daring you right now.
some patrons linger around the windows and the doors, while a majority of them seem to be flooding the back area of the tavern into somewhat of a line. This victorious humanoid, who is about as tall as Flynn, seems to be a halfling with long flowing hair in sort of a all over the place.
As long as he doesn't have chains on.
In almost a feral type manner. He's wearing a tight blue wrestling singlet, followed by a thick black leather belt around him. The belt has like this massive golden buckle on it. This halfling is stacked. He's like swole. He's like on steroids or something, but this is like a really built halfling. The build on this halfling is quite impressive. You see the muscles flex and bulge as he walks across a pit. His massive, tiny frame even seems to impress Malachi, since he has not seen such physiques since his days as an active pit fighter.
Is it your brother, Malachi?
Little mini-me. A large birthmark. There's a large birthmark, and it's sort of like on his face. You see this huge blue like discoloration on his cheek.
No picture?
Mole.
And
Is that mole?
mole. And he has like this hulking Neanderthal-like face. The sort of birthmark he has, he tried to hide it with a tattoo, but you can tell it's still a birthmark, but it has like a tattoo sort of like trying to make a design out of it. His massive arms shimmer and ripple as he climbs over the thick, sturdy fence surrounding the ring.
He's off.
Okay.
A drunk dwarf looks at the party from outside and he sizes up Malachi and he sees Malachi saying things like, "Ooh, a big one, aren't ya? Attaboy, give him a wallop." And he sort of pushes Malachi. He's like, "Make way for my prize fighter."
Oh man. They fight the halfling.
A pair of humans carry the limp body of the human outside the ring and returns to start cleaning the pit of the blood and whatnot that splashed around. They throw new dirt on the pit and it looks pristine now. They made it into this perfect circle that has a bunch of dirt in it and this semi-high wall around it. Spectators line both the bottom and the top floor of this tavern, and ale is easily spilled during this rowdy fight. The line in the back seems to be something. Flynn takes notice of it. He's looking, he's like, "Wow, this is my type of establishment." He's looking, and it's sort of like a betting area, and all the people that are lining up are trying to claim the bets on the previous fight.
Go ahead, say it. What do you do?
What do you guys want to do?
Roll initiative.
Fine.
I think Malachi should go in. I'll bet on him. I'll bet 2 gold on Malachi, but 5 on the halfling.
So,
I
Malachi,
cast Bull Strength and Bit of Luck. Go for it, brother.
you want to do that?
You don't want to do that in front of this crowd. No way.
Well, it's pretty rowdy, and most of the people are in the back trying to like either place, claim their bets. There are a few people looking around. I don't know. You haven't even announced that you guys are willing to fight, so it's not like you guys have any attention on you right now.
Okay, haste.
Walk away. Walk away.
You gotta make sure you walk really slow.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Like, I hear a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if you guys are joking or...
Walk away.
Well, if you guys cast it, I'll go in, but I'm not, like, guys purposely not asking for it.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's walk away, dude.
Alright. Yeah, Malachi looks at it, it's like, not worth my time. and then walks away.
Okay. So, do you guys want to inquire about rooms or?
Oh my God, Malachi's walking away from a fight.
I know.
What an instigator.
So, are you gonna?
All half folks were badass. What's the matter?
So you start berating Malachi.
Oh man.
Sort of questioning his
trollhood, orchid.
Trollhood.
I hit
Hey, Mark.
lethal Grin again.
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
knocks me
right in
out
the throat. That's
In the
32.
throat,
That's a critical, I
Dude,
think,
just
dude.
walk away.
So
Walk
you're
away.
trying to chode him. You know, Bryn's trying to instigate something. I believe Flynn would too, because he's sort of like the chaotic person in the group. And it's
Man.
like, you hear Flynn blurt out. He's like, "We have one right here." It's like pointing at Malachi, and people are starting to like notice the half orc, which is the tallest being. You know, with a almost 7-foot stature.
Miles.
You have to duck to get in, and you know some of the other people are starting to murmur and whisper, and they're looking at him. You see this guy with a top hat. He's sort of looking at you guys, and he's like trying to gauge what your intentions are.
I think it'd be
We're looking for a room. We're looking for a room.
They're looking for a room.
We're looking for a room.
So he goes, "Oh, you're looking for a room." This is another halfling. This seems to be like a halfling-owned establishment.
Great.
Oh no.
And he's like, "Oh, you're looking for a room? Well, tell you what, I'm looking for entertainment. That's what we do here. If you could put up a good fight, I have a room for you."
Miles, your call.
All right.
Where's the room? The establishment?
Yeah, this establishment is 2 stories. The
Okay.
second stories are where all the rooms are, and there's sort of like a balcony where people are just, their feet are hanging over the ledges. There's ales, you know, they're drinking, and they're sort of like peering down on the pit itself. It's like a heavily crowded tavern that you guys are
Dude,
in.
these rooms are half our
Miles,
size. Are you
So,
kidding me?
Miles, your call, dude.
The establishment is for humans, but it's sort of owned by halflings.
So he
call
quickly looks
Miles.
at the guy. He's like, "You're seriously gonna make me fight just to get a room?"
No.
It's for free.
No.
I didn't say fight. We are for entertainment. And you take a look at him. Can you guys roll a perception?
Ah,
Man, we got to do these rolls at the end.
Yep.
because something big is coming.
Oh, well, I didn't see it.
Solo is sort of, even though he's uncomfortable around large cities and establishments and taverns that are especially this crowded, he sort of sees that the halfling is a little apprehensive. And he's sort of thinking that it's because the halfling is unsure of what the odds are. You see the halfling, he sort of lightens up his little demeanor from like being a little cautious and where he's like, you know, we don't have to have a fight per se. This isn't for just knocking each other out. How about a bout of strength where minimal damage will occur? And Solo and Flynn sort of realize that he doesn't want his prize fighter damaged.
Okay.
Because if his prize fighter is damaged, he's out of work for like a week or two. It's a lot of revenue that he's gonna lose. So
A non-lethal fight. That's what he wants. A non-lethal fight.
he's
I
like,
mean, he's been doing a lot of non-lethal damage
yeah.
already.
Yeah,
So-
The sorcerer.
yeah. The sorcerer.
he's like, he looks at Malachi and he's standing on top of this like chair just to sort of get within chest height. He's like, have you ever done punch for punch? And Malachi knows this to be something that they did in the pit fighter arenas, where they would basically judge who had the best hit, the strongest hit.
I'd rather just go. I think I'd rather just go fight him.
Oh, come
It would
on.
be not lethal.
What's the matter? You don't want to
You got
use
full strength. Come on.
Happog doesn't want his prize fighter to go against you in a full-on like combat, even if it is non-lethal. You know, there could be still bones that are broken, hands that get swollen from hitting so hard. He just wants something simple and something that the crowd can enjoy, which would be like a one-hit bout. That way, it's not like constant wailing, constant damage and whatnot, because he's also looking out for his brother, like his halfling brother, which is in the ring. So he sort of expresses that to you guys.
Miles, what do you think? Just walk away?
Poor Miles. He can't take on
Just
a
walk
man
away
that's
if
half his size. He
You don't
can't.
wanna
Look at
he's
him.
not gonna let you hit them all out.
I'd say
Just go
I
somewhere
thought-
else.
it's like
Can't
we have
have
to go.
a man half his size. Look
Like
at him.
either we go in all the way or we don't go.
Wow.
Oh, poor Malachi. He can't handle a man half his size.
Ouch.
So,
No, I call him out. I'm like, hey, we had to go in all the way. We don't go.
He does not agree to that. He thinks that it might be a little bit too risky, with extended fighting style, and he knows that you're sort of like a brawler self just by the armor that you're wearing, with your knuckles, how well worn they are. So he doesn't agree to that.
All right, fine. So what's
up the ante? Do it.
Mark.
So it's what is it? Just a punch for a punch? I don't get it.
So who can punch the hardest, or
who could punch the hardest?
Okay, hold on.
The first one to be the hardest breaks.
Yeah, well, it's only one punch each person. So one person punches, and then the next person punches, and then the crowd's gonna decide
who can hit the softest.
Yeah, the crowd's gonna decide who the winner is by basically mechanically how much damage you do.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's dice roll.
Yep.
Okay.
you can do it.
You do it, Miles. All right. Are we betting, guys?
I'm going to go bet 5 gold on each.
You're breaking even.
Okay, hold on. So
I'm gonna give.
It depends on the odds.
A bit of luck.
Okay.
Can we just
that's,
message Andy? Can we just message Andy? How much we're
Yeah, text me, use Hangouts, whatever, to tell me if you want to bet. And who you're betting for. So you see the ringleader, the guy in the halfling on the top hat. He stands on this chair and he sort of says, he calls out and he's yelling out in this tavern, "Come on, come all, feast your eyes upon these two titans. See their strength, test their skill, and we shall determine the odds." He doesn't know what the odds are because you're an unknown fighter. And so what he's gonna do is he's gonna have you do a basic strength check against the halfling fighter. His name is Happog, and he's gonna have you do 3 rounds of strength checks to see who wins.
No, I thought we're punching each other.
No.
One. You guys are changing the rules. It was one.
No,
punch.
this is
The tester. No one said anything about a tester.
No, this is to figure out the odds, because he needs to figure out what the odds are in order for people to bet. Because he can't.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a non-contact. It's just you guys are gonna grapple each other, like grab each other, and just see who could push each other the furthest. And there's 3, basically mechanically, it's 3 rounds of strength checks.
Okay.
Okay.
Miles, your call, dude.
So
Well, men on men and sheep on others.
So you see Happog, and this is like this feral halfling.
He looks scary.
You did
Sort of
find
like
a picture. Nice job.
Yeah, he's sort of like this
Luchador.
a luchador. Yes, he's sort of this feral halfling. You see this Neanderthal brow and this thick biceps, and he's sort of like rippled. You see veins pulse, and you guys square off in the middle of the floor where this ring is, and you guys draw 2 lines in the sand. This is something that Malachi is very accustomed to in the pit fighters. They do this all the time to size and gauge opponents, how strong they are, the odds of them winning.
Yeah, Malachi,
So both you guys just grab each other. You know, sort of like Mercy. You guys are grabbing each other's hands, and Malachi's hands, like his palm, like the little halfling can't even size up to his palm. You guys are grabbing, and you're gonna do a strength check. So just roll a roll a stat check of strength.
Okay.
So mine is
Miles. This is gonna hurt Miles.
I know, dude.
1 die plus.
Typically, the count of halfling is -2 to strength, right?
yeah.
Okay. don't cheat on me.
Yeah, I won't.
It's like 26 strength, halfling.
So
Nice job,
the
Miles.
first one, you're just overpowering him, and you're pushing down on him, and his hands, his arms, forearms are starting to like give in, and he's like shaking, and then so you won the first bout. Then you see his eyes sort of gloss over, and his pupils sort of shrink as you see more of the whites of the eyes, and he starts foaming at the mouth.
Oh, he's
So-
a berserker.
He starts raging.
Yes.
Want to know what you guys bet?
So you guys don't even know the odds yet. So don't give your best until you know the odds.
Okay.
Up to you. So the second one, he's sort of holding his ground. And you're sort of like, once that rage adrenaline hit him, you just see his arms just flex even more. And you see like the veins just pop out, almost on the verge of popping. You see him like starting to like give up a really good fight. And you're sort of like impressed that he's able to... The first one you did, you just overwhelmed him. But now you're like, whoa, he's actually putting up a good fight. So go ahead and do the third one. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, Miles, dude.
Hold on here. Sorry.
Great, now you wasted the roll.
So you see him just sort of like push up, and you see his calves start clenching, and his toes start lifting off the floor as he's trying to get more height because he's so short. And he starts pushing, and he's like pushing you back almost, and he's almost at the point where you guys started. So that's where you guys are. And then you see the announcer. He's like, "Stop the strength match. We have our odds." And he's sort of grinning. The odds he decides is 3-5 in favor of Malachi. The master of ceremonies, Happog, the halfling, comes up to you. He's like, "So this is how punch for punch will work. You can't wear armor. I don't want him to break a knuckle on your armor." And he's looking at your bullet arm. He's like, "That is mighty fine armor. But I don't want him to break a knuckle on it. So shields and armors, they have to go."
Okay.
You're not supposed to dodge, but it happens, you know, because reflexively fighters like sort of flinch or move away from you know, something hitting him. So you still get your dex bonus, but you don't get your armor class or anything like that. And that's about it.
Oh, so it's not to roll for strike. It's not this.
Yeah, you have to roll for strike because, you know, if you crit, that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I should have cast mage armor on him.
So, but
Can't you still?
can't you just do like?
He's in
touch
the
him.
arena. There's no way I gotta touch
be
him.
not like a 10 because we're not allowed to dodge, right?
You're not supposed to, but it can happen. Or, you know, your AC is also, you know, how thick you are. Maybe he punches you in, like, you know, the arm where it doesn't hurt as much, or maybe you flex, it doesn't hurt as much. So it's not going to be a touch attack. It's more of a unarmed, not your flat foot, just an unarmored one.
So you can still miss.
You're so
Well, that's why you have your flavor, your blessing of mystical.
Oh, okay.
Your brother gave it to you.
Are we also doing flurry attacks then, or is this one attack?
It's just one attack. And
Okay.
you don't want to use flurry because it's going to give you -2. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so it's
But
just
you-
one.
if you want a power attack, you know, you could do that too.
Okay,
That's a
Sounds good.
minus.
alright, we'll do that.
Okay, so let's roll. Just do a 1d20 for initiative.
Yeah, I'll let him go first.
He's gonna let you go first. You guys are
Okay,
peering. You guys are peering at each other in like this
Fine.
intense staring match of who's gonna fling the first punch.
Do we place our bets? I'm gonna place my bets.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Place your
You
bets.
gotta
So
whisper. You gotta whisper to Andy.
So I'm gonna
So-
intimidate him. Oh, it didn't work. Never mind.
text it to me.
Malachi flexes. He shifts his his
Oh,
body.
man.
So basically, I'm gonna use my my brawler skill. I'm gonna give myself weapon specialization and draining attack. So basically, I crack my neck,
Mhm.
and I will. Okay, I'm gonna attack. Right. Ready and.
You do a resounding smack at 16 points of damage. Wait,
Wait, no, it's plus 2 more. So it's 18.
Okay.
And then I have draining strike, so it has to do a fortitude
But that-
save.
Okay.
Wait, does that matter though? The fortitude?
What does the draining do?
It makes him exhausted and gives him -6 strength and dexterity
Okay.
Oh,
if he
okay.
fails.
Okay.
So I go like this, I focus.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the fort save. He has a he rolled 25.
Oh, 25. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So he gets hit, and then you see the birthmark that he has. It's just like he hit him in the same area, and he just winces, but he clenches his jaw, and he like barely moves an inch from that massive hit that Malachi did. Malachi did
He's got-
16 points of non-lethal damage, and you see him. You do that extra movement to sort of fatigue him, but he sort of like pushes forward and shrugs it off. It doesn't even phase him.
He's doing the
Okay.
Chong Li look.
I know. He did 18 points of damage, right?
18. Okay.
Okay.
Got you on that. You see him, and he sort of like shifts his feet in the sand a little bit, and all of a sudden you see the noise around you, Malachi, and actually the whole party itself. You hear the tavern sounds, and everything just sort of like diminish, and you hear it just as a faint still, and then you hear this huge echoing sound.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
As
Have
you
you
notice,
peed in your pants yet, Miles?
as you notice time stopping, and you see this slowly, the halfling's moving,
oh, man.
and you see his birthmark that he has sort of
singeing.
flare up.
Yeah. You're screwed, dude.
And above you, you see. Let me roll his. He starts shifting his style, and you notice that he's a brawler too. Can you roll a knowledge check?
Oh man.
Wait.
Can you?
Just savor it.
I put my bet now.
No bets. Bets are off from this point in time.
Time stops, so what's the deal? I can put my bet now, right?
You can't run to the betting table while time has stopped. So Malachi, you did a knowledge check. You rolled pretty high. You notice the style. He's using pummeling style.
Hey, you can't, dude.
It's a
You can
swift
only attack
action.
once, but the pummeling style is multiple attacks.
It all focuses into one attack.
Actually, I don't know if that's the case.
It does.
Okay.
Miles, just accept your medicine.
Because I was thinking the two.
But you didn't.
Take it like a half orc. Come on.
You can pull all of your attacks. You can pull all your potential attacks into one devastating punch.
Alright.
So he's gonna do a
Put your forehead to it.
Just go like this.
Just take it like a man.
Okay.
Headbutt his.
Can I use my sense motive
Okay.
to increase my AC?
As the
At this point in time, go ahead and do it. So what happens? Is it?
Alright. Sense motive.
But that's against touch attacks, right?
No, any attack.
Let me see.
I'm gonna shift my body to deflect his blow. That's my AC.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. So the last one, you notice that you see that he's looking into time, and he finds out the possibility where he hits you on all three attacks, even though naturally he would miss with the third one. The sigil, this birthmark he has, sort of flares up, and he's able to add to that last D roll.
What?
Oh, it's a luck stat.
He adds 5 to that, so he gets 30.
30.
So all three hits multiplex into this one powerful blow, doing
90.
Yeah, it does like
99.
100.
It's 99.
Well, that was the
Right?
attack roll.
38 plus 31 plus 25
That was the
plus
attack
5.
roll. That was the damage roll.
So he did right there, what, 10,
35.
20, 30, 35 points of damage to you. And then you notice that he's trying to do at the very end of his punch, he jabs even harder. He's trying to knock out with you on that blow. So can you do a fort save with DC 18?
Okay.
Oh, that's easy.
Wait, he's doing a second attack?
No, it's knockout is when you attack. If it does damage, then the person has to roll a fort save.
Oh.
Yeah, you made it. Sir.
Hey.
You shrug off the attempt at trying to hit you in the jaw, try to shatter it, try to like make your brain fry, but you sort of clenched and none of that happened. But you did get hit by this one staggering attack for 35. Time all of a sudden warps back in, and you find.
Oh, he's back. He's not blue anymore.
You find that the normal flow of time comes out, and you start hearing the tavern noise come back into play as the real world sets into place. You guys are all sort of stunned at what you saw, because you actually saw what you experienced was a breakout of time. You were able to actually see this young halfling be able to peer into space and time and pull out a favorable probability and pull that into existence and have that take place. And you're sort of amazed that you were able to experience that. Most people can't, no one could really see that, but you guys were able to see it for some reason.
Oh yeah, because we're 7th level now.
Wow, that's impressive.
We're heroes outright. We're like,
all of a sudden you see, from the spectator's point of view, from the party's point of view, you just see Malachi take this one huge blow, and the ripples just ricocheted off his face, and you see his cheeks ripple backward from this explosive blow, and you see him just move back maybe 4 or 5 inches, and the crowd just yells out a big cheer as Happog, the halfling fighter, was able to move the half orc so far. The announcer comes up and he's like, he's clapping, he's cheering, he's like, okay, crowds, let's have our winner. And so he puts his hand
Wait, I thought
above.
it was 3. I thought it was 3 attacks.
No,
attacks.
I thought that you did that already.
Yeah, that was it. Those 3. Those
Did you
I
do that
rolled
already,
3.
Miles?
That was one attack.
It's
That
just
was
one punch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
He was
all
able
3
to attack 3 in one shot.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
pummeling strike.
I thought the thing was 3 attacks.
No, that was just a strength challenge. This was just punch for punch.
Yeah.
One punch each.
It's one punch.
Okay.
And so you see the halfling, and he grabs on this big old stool, and he climbs up of it, and he puts his hand above Malachi. He's like, the crowd, let's hear it for the winner. And he puts his hand above Malachi, and you hear a few people clapping. You know, a little bit of crickets going on, but you get some respect. You see, what is a party? Do you guys clap for him? Do you just, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, we clap for him.
Yeah.
We're like,
So,
yeah.
you're getting some
We're like,
favor. Malachi sort of dazed that this halfling was able to inflict so much damage. 35 points of damage in one shot. And then, so the halfling gets off his stool and he goes to Happog and he puts his hand over Happog. He's like, let's hear for Happog. Is he the winner? And the crowd just erupts and they're all cheering. And then people start forming a line once again at that betting table. So for those of you that bet, the odds were 3 to 5 in favor for Malachi. So go ahead and claim your winnings or lose whatever you lost. Mark that on your character sheet. I'm not going to keep track of that. Yep.
Okay.
I want to see how everyone bets. I want to see Frank and how you're collecting money.
You want to?
You see that there's a lot of people that are still at their tables and they have this like sour disposition or like unbelief that what just happened because they were obviously betting on Malachi because he was in favor. But you do see a bunch of people lined up trying to reclaim their winnings also.
No,
I'll be back, guys.
I got a bathroom.
I got a bathroom. You know, it's sort of near the betting area, but it's a restroom. Honestly, Malachi.
I got to go collect components for my pouch. Yes. I'll be right back.
Oh. So how many people head away to the tables? Because Malachi is gonna probably notice, you know.
Malachi's probably looking for.
Can you go check in that room? Can you go check up there in the room?
So
I bet on you.
He nods at the halfling. Good blow.
That was
He's
a
like a
blow,
rematch.
yeah.
No, good blows.
Yeah.
You sort of look at, you know, he puts out his hand up and he sort of like gives you a high five. He's like, well done. He's sort of, you guys start talking about, you know, where you guys learned your styles from, you know, how'd you become a brawler, a pit fighter, whatnot, because he notices that both you guys have similar like likes and abilities.
And
so
we kind of walked away while they're talking.
Roll a
we want to
stealth.
give their space.
roll a stealth.
Oh, I'm not going to be stealthy about it. I'm going to purposely.
I'm walking. I'm walking.
Oh, Grin, man, there is no love between you two.
Hey, Bren, keep track of your non-lethal damage.
He picks up the stool and throws it at me. Hey, you up there!
The announcer was so impressed over today. He's like, you know, I told you it was about entertainment. It's not about winning. It's not about losing. It's about me making money. I just made a lot of money. So he's pretty happy that, you know, a lot of people were betting on Malachi, but unfortunately they didn't win. So Happog, the halfling, the owner of this facility and also the master of ceremony, comes up to you. He's like, I got a room just for you guys. And he brings you up to like the most luxurious suite that he has in this establishment of his. It's sort of like the penthouse. It's in terms of the noble quarters, it'd probably be a little bit below that, but it's very nice for being something in the common quarters. So that's what you guys have earned yourself today. And it has like a little spa massage table. This is something where, you know, the warriors that are victorious would sort of relax and have a good time. And so it's sort of built for like the martial people to sort of enjoy. Sparring dummies. There are beds and cots that you guys could put down to rest for the night. Happog says that, you know, the room's on me for the next couple days if you need.
Oh, appreciate it.
So that's where we will end it today.
Oh, wow.
So we're in the city now.
Yes, you guys are in the city now.
Got it.
And he had a plus 18 to hit.
Yeah. So, because
what level was this guy?
okay, he was 1 level above you, but he was he has a rage, which is +4. His attack bonus is 8. He has +1 weapon focus. Basically, I stabbed this guy just for this for hitting.
I figured you were.
He was doing flurry at the time. He had his singlet was sort of enchanted for brawling. Singlet. It wasn't armor. It was a singlet.
Cheater.
You know, halflings get +1. I didn't know that, but they have a +1. And then he had adaptable luck. But the thing that you saw him do with the birthmark was part of his barbarian nature. He has a way of doing something called auspicious mark, which allows him to add 1d6 to any die roll.
Wow, it's a luck roll.
Dude, yeah. Plus 18. Oh my goodness.
Yours is plus 11, right?
That's a big difference between plus...
But no, you didn't have bull strength. If you would have had bull strength, that would have been 11, 13. And then, well, he had the brawler armor, which helped him a bit.
Oh, he had the brawler armor. Oh
yes.
My goodness. No wonder.
I statted him out to be a one-hit rocket. You know, this is like a pocket rocket. A little demon.
Dude, cheese ball.
No. The thing is, I'm like, I need to do pummeling style. That's the crux of it. That's the foci of this moment. Is 3 attacks in 1.
That was such a cheese ball.
I was hoping you wouldn't know the pummeling style. I'm like, dude, if he does pummeling style, I gotta outbeat him in pummeling style. So that's what.
Oh, the cheese ball move.
I know.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Please join us next time as we journey through the world of Astar.